Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here, and welcome back to XCOM 2. I had a lot of requests of people asking me to show some of the later game armor types and weapons and enemies, and I was going to break it down into individual videos, and I may do that, but this video is to give you a general sense of what a later game mission could be like. We're pretty far down the tech tree, we have a lot of different enemy types, and I just want to kind of show you how they all kind of work together in action. So there aren't going to be any story spoilers or anything like that in this video. It's purely just to show you some of the advanced gameplay and advanced tech that I've managed to uncover. The first thing I'm going to talk about before we even jump in here is this thing in the top right corner that's showing us the number of enemies that we have detected and the enemy types. Now, this is provided by a facility called the Shadow Chamber, and it's detected an Andromedon, Elite Shield Bearer, Sectopod, Elite Lancer, Elite Trooper, Gatekeeper, Sectoid, Elite Officer, and Chryssallids. So there could be multiple of any of those, which is terrifying, and I hope that I can make it through here alive. So let's jump into some of the loadout info. I don't think I'm going to cover everything that's here because there's so many different items. I'll talk about it more once we get into the actual gameplay itself. But let's show you some of the armor. So over here on Malik, we've got an exosuit, which gives us some extra armor. We have an advanced grenade launcher, and part of the exosuit means that he can carry heavy weapons. So we've got this plasma blaster that, as you can see, does significant amounts of damage in a straight line. Kind of think of it as like the Null Lance, but something you can carry on somebody that's not a Psi operative. For Triss here, she's got the high-tiered armor that's called WARDEN Armor, and this is really cool. Some of the customization options are really impressive. It just looks like slick. All of these guys are carrying plasma weapons as well, so she's got a plasma lance here with some superior scopes and magazines. She's also got an EMP grenade, which does robotic damage, and blue screen rounds, which do bonus robotic damage as well. These are items that you can buy, whereas a lot of the other ammo types you have to just get through the proving grounds and hope that you get them. We are bringing out a Psi operative, and I'll show you how far along Marbazir is here. He's got Soulfire, Null Lance, Stasis, and Sustain, so it's not bad, but it could certainly be a lot better. We do have some personal combat sims that I'm actually going to install for him, give him some extra will before we head out. So that's taken care of. Next up, we've got Zamalf. I've got a lot of YouTube personalities in this group, which is pretty cool. So he is wearing a pretty cool set of armor called the Wraith suit. This is going to allow units to pass directly through obstacles for 2 turns. Yeah, you can use this inside of any building. If you need to get through anything quickly, this is the way to go. So he's also carrying a proximity mine and an upgraded blade, which does burn damage if it hits. And he's got a storm gun, which is like the plasma shotgun equivalent. We've also got Ermi IVD here. This is a soldier I've named and created after my wife. Looks just like her. And I'm going to give her the Advanced Perception PCS chip because she's got something really powerful called Guardian. Every successful Overwatch shot gives a 50% chance that another's going to be taken, and you'd be surprised how often that triggers. Her armor is really cool. This is called a War Suit. And basically it turns her into a shield wall. So think about one of the mech upgrades from EU or EW. She will turn herself into a wall that people can use for full cover. And as long as she doesn't move or attack, she can stay like that. It's pretty cool. It's also capable of carrying a heavy weapon. So we've got a shredder gun that's going to shred any armor that the enemy has. It doesn't shred it completely, but it does a pretty good job. And then over here on Leo, he's got the Warden Armor as well, the upgraded Fusion Blade, and he's got an item called the Hellweave, which you get after you research Chrysalids. And what this does is it has a chance to set melee attacks against you. It'll set the person who made the attack on fire. Has a chance to do it. It also gives you a little bit of health. He's also carrying Overdrive Serum, which, as you can see on the right there, a soldier taking overdrive serum receives bonus mobility, mental immunity, and takes less damage for the next 2 turns. It doesn't cost an action to use, and it can only be used once and then is removed from the inventory. So you get significant boost to mobility, you take less damage, and it makes you temporarily immune to negative mental status effects like panic and mind control. So, I said I wasn't going to go through everything, but I feel like we pretty much did. The only thing I didn't really cover is this Mimic Beacon and this vest, so I might as well do that now. But the Mimic Beacon is really powerful. You can toss out this Mimic, and you can put it behind cover, you can do anything, and as long as the enemies can see it, they have to attack it. But it's got a certain amount of HP, and once it's gone, so is the Mimic Beacon. The Stasis Vest is cool. If you get hit, it's going to regenerate 2 HP per turn, up to a maximum of 8 HP in any given mission. So, are we ready? I think we are ready. Let's go.
Resistance forces tipped us to the location of an alien facility tied to the Avatar project operating out of this area. We're going in to shut it down, permanently. Approach the target and place the X4 charges at the designated position. Then move to a safe distance for detonation. If we can take out that facility, we might just buy ourselves some time.
Okay, Operation First Law, dropping in.
Menace 1-5. Target coordinates are locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges.
Alright. Let's see if we can't blow this place up, shall we? So, a couple of things. This is not really the preferred kind of squad makeup that I would normally take out. But for the sake of just showing you guys as many things as I can, this is what I've brought. So, I am still going to lead the traditional way. Oh, hello. We might be in trouble here. A couple of basic guys, a little stunny, as I like to call them, and then the Advent Officer is up there as well. But let's advance and concealment. Now, for those of you guys in the know who have seen some videos in the past, traditionally, what you would do, and I mean traditionally like XCOM 2 has been around for so long, but what you would do is you would set up a soldier or two that are kind of out in the open and set everybody on Overwatch, wait for the enemy to scout you, and then you would get Overwatch shots back at the enemy, and you'd probably kill them, and then it would still be your turn, which is a huge advantage, obviously. So Firaxis got wind of that, and they were like, well, we're going to be changing that up a little bit. So what they've done is they've made it so that if you do it like that, the enemy has a chance to just shoot right back at you, which could kill your soldier outright, obviously. And so it's a big risk. The thing is that's not actually in the review build, unfortunately. So that's not going to be implemented until the final build that releases on Friday. And so for the purposes of this mission, I'm not going to be employing that previous tactic. I'm going to just do a traditional ambush, the way that I'm guessing it was originally intended. And that's another reason why I'm going to be starting like a fresh full playthrough on Friday when the game releases, because I want it to be like a true Legend playthrough. Oh geez, we might get flanked here. Whereas right now with the review build, there's still a lot of things that are going to be changed. And hello, we got Chrysalids up top. Jeez, okay. There's still going to be a lot of things that are changed and balanced.
Presumably, the name Chrysallid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies created as a byproduct of the Chrysallid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species.
And I was talking to Mark Nata on Twitter, who is handling all of the legend balancing, and he was telling me like, yeah, be prepared. It's gonna be rough. And I'm like, I'm excited about that. That's super cool to me, so. I'm going to set up a kill zone over here on these guys, and we're just gonna start this party, I think. I'm fairly confident that we can just get these kills.
Moving.
Without worrying too much. Oh, hello. Okay, great. I'm actually glad we set up the kill zone in that direction then. But let's get everybody else involved as much as we can. I do have to consider the group out to the left that we might scout as well.
Moving on target location.
Let's see. Where could we move you that would be relatively safe? Nowhere really. We could go here, but you've got a lot of armor. I'm just gonna hope that we get a couple of kills. And if that doesn't work, then we'll see what happens. Now, if Zamolf happens to get a kill here, that would be great. He's got untouchable, so even though he's a little bit exposed to the left side here, we might be able to get out of that. And who do we want to lead this? I'm thinking maybe... I'm thinking we get Marbazir to lead us off with a little Null Lance action. I think we can get 2 of these guys. There we go. We had it. It's a little finicky. There we go. And we're just out of range of the guys in the back too. That would have been a really great start, but let's just go ahead and try this.
Eyes on the prize. Got it covered.
Okay. Null Lance. Classic opening. Classic opening. Null Lance start. Just kidding, it's not at all. But it sure as hell looks cool. Wow. So the reason he's dealing out a lot more damage because his will is amplified. He's got an alien psi-amp, which is pretty wild. And the higher the will of the psionic operative, the more damage he's capable of dealing with his abilities. Here comes Triss. Look at that armor. Oh my god. Okay. Less impressed by the shot though. You want to go again? Shoot the other guy maybe? Yeah, blow those gates wide open. Nice shot. Okay, that hit. Let's see if Guardian kicks in for Ermi. No, it didn't. Got the stock shot. Our guys are not on point right now, which has me a bit nervous. Or a bit worried. Nervous and worried, to be honest. But if anything, it'll be a cool opportunity to show off what this Andromedon can do. He's my favorite enemy type. He is like the absolute... Like, he's the coolest thing. And I hope we get to see a little bit of what he's capable of without just murdering us outright. Nice. Okay, so... You think we killed him, but yeah, we didn't. Sometimes it kind of hangs up like this a little bit. Tends to happen during the Overwatch cams, but still pretty cool nonetheless. And Triss just keeps shooting. The expanded magazine comes in really helpful here. The only problem is that she's not really hitting everything that's out there, so it's the only downside. Now these shield bearers, these are a real pain to deal with.
As initially speculated by Shen, it does in fact appear that this creature is restricted to the confines of its own hulking environmental suit. Unfortunately for our troops, the suit itself is a powerful physical threat, regardless of the operator's status, as we learned with some astonishment in the field.
Take cover, shoot something, Marbs. There you go. Nice shot. Well, stock hit, anyways. So once the action calms down here, and hopefully we survive. Let's go. Take him down. Oh, not quite. Went straight for Triss. Now. Oh my god. Duck! Blade Storm, nice job. Not out of the clear. Not out of the woods yet. Oh, jeez, did we ever just get lucky there? Okay, I can't wait to talk about this guy. Let's hopefully everybody just cools off for a second. Okay, let's review, because there's a lot that's going on here, and it's intimidating. So number one, the Chrysallid came at us. That was great. And what happened was, because he ran by Zamalf, who was previously concealed, because remember, as a phantom, he stays concealed when the group gets revealed. He gets revealed because he gets flanked, and then he gets the Overwatch shot, which almost kills the Chrysallid. Look at this hungry little guy. The Chrysallid comes over, and he damages Triss. And I don't know if you caught it, but he actually applied Chrysallid poison. This is bad, because if the unit dies while being poisoned, then it forms a cocoon and spawns more Chrysalids, which is terrible and something we really don't want to deal with. So we're gonna try and fix that scenario. We could go ahead and revive Marbazir and calm him down a little bit. I'm gonna probably use the heal to get back to Triss here. And let's talk about, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the Andromedon. So this guy's so cool. I love this enemy type. But you'll notice that we killed the pilot originally. That's what died. And then turns out that the suit is also mechanized and can operate independently once the pilot is dead. In addition, you'll notice this trail of poison that he's laying out. He's leaking, and so anywhere he goes, the poison goes, which is a huge problem for us, for obvious reasons. And he comes up and he's got a pretty devastating punch, but the chance to hit's relatively low. I've been able to mind control one in the past, and been able to hack one as well. And its chance to hit, I think, is like 70%. So once the pilot's dead, you can hack it, but if the pilot's in there, then you have a chance to mind control it, which is pretty wild. And then we have the shield bearer here, who's granted all of these other guys some additional backup. Actually, anybody that he has like within range of him, which at the time was this guy, and I don't think the Chrysallid was in range, but once they get hit, the shield gets removed, so. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try and get in here and kill him. The problem is he's got so much armor. We could also, you know what? We could try the overdrive serum. I think we might save it though, let's save it. And let's get right in here.
Will do.
And let's see if we can't dish out enough damage. We would need to crit. But it's possible, 60%. Not quite, okay. But we did remove the shield, and if we kill him, we're gonna remove the other shields, so that's kind of like, that's the main goal here. Maybe what we do is we grapple up here, and we'd have a great shot at him. So let's actually do this. Hello. And the great thing about grappling is it doesn't cost an action. It's a 3-turn cooldown, but it's like, it's exceptional. And I'm thinking that this is more than enough, 11 to 13. Remember, plasma weaponry is really powerful. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, so now, next thing we need to deal with is this Chrysallid. We should be able to handle it with our first lightning hands attack. Let's do this. Goodbye. And then that leaves us a shot on the guy in the back. It looks like 66, which isn't great. But you know what I can do here? Let's go ahead and use the... Oh, we can't even use serial because we don't have enough ammo. Like, we could, but it would be no purpose. Let's see what other options I have of dealing with this guy in the back. I guess we could bring Ermi up fairly safely to do so. Yeah, we can do that.
Position confirmed.
We don't have to overthink it. We still have tons of enemies to go through. I'm just trying to also think about how I'm going to show you guys all of these different items and stuff as we go. So, actually, you know, tactically, the smarter move there would have been to bring her a little bit further back. I actually don't know if she could have ran that far, so maybe not. Let's forget I said anything. And let's see, do we have anything else that we could use here? We've got a flashbang, we've got rupture. You know what, let's take the time to reload Triss. And we'll just take a pistol shot here. It's still plenty of damage because it's upgraded pretty heavily. There we go. And so you can imagine like a gunslinger at this point, how powerful that is. Implacable lets us move a little bit if we want. So let's have her move over there.
I'm going.
Hello. Okay, so we've got an advanced expanded magazine, superior conditioning, which is 3 HP, an advent data pad, which gives us some intel, and then advanced perception, which gives us some aim, which is all good stuff.
Got it covered.
And we also have implacable up here on Zamalf, but we're just gonna end the turn. Now, the Chrysallid poison, it doesn't stop. You gotta heal it. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay. So, the Andromedon, super cool. Oh, the other thing that I didn't mention when this happened before, but because of the vest that he has, he's able to heal 2 HP per turn up to a max of 8, which is pretty awesome. And a lot of these things, like, you know, for me anyways, like, I'll equip all these different items, and, you know, sometimes it's tough to keep track of them all, so what I've started doing was just keeping, like, a notepad with my soldiers' names and just some of the little specifics that they've got available, like some of the vests that I have on them or the weapon upgrades. Even though we can hover over here and we can see what upgrades they have, it's still, you know, it's still a lot, and there's a lot of kind of minutia to every character now, which is awesome. But sometimes things just kind of happen and you're like, oh yeah, that's really great. Okay, so Triss is healed. She's no longer poisoned, which is great. And she's also got steady hands, so she's built like a traditional sniper, and if she doesn't move, she's getting +10 aim and +10 to crit. I'm okay with just sitting here in long watch for this current moment. And I'm tempted to go back into concealment. I think I'm gonna do so that we can try and get the jump on whatever's making that noise out there. And I think I know what it is. Let's see if we can't find it here. Alright, nothing's out there yet.
I can handle that.
So let's get all of these guys back here. Leonardo's got incredible range, incredible mobility, because of some PCS implant that he has.
Okay.
Okay, party started. Nice, Triss. That's what I'm talking about. The officer's stunned. He literally has no idea where that came from. Because we're getting the vision from Zamalf, who's way up there. Nice try.
Missed the target.
And it's interesting because even though we have all these crazy enemies on the map right now, the ones that scare me the most are these are the stun lancers, because they can knock you unconscious. It's just a real pain to deal with. Triss has a great shot on this guy, so let's take this. And we still have Zamolf in concealment here, so we know where the stun lancer is. I really would like to keep him concealed to try and get the jump on the next batch of enemies that we run into. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Ermi up to the top here. And then, let's see. I think what we'll do is we'll blow his cover. And I say that so confidently, but 85% is not perfect. There we go. Demolition comes in super handy. It's a really good skill to have, I think. So we got a bunch of 100% chance shots here. Leonardo's a little bit less, but we could move him up and then take the shot.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Let's go ahead and... Oh, no! That's dirty. Did not want that to happen right now. That's a Sectopod. It's back and it's bigger than ever. 5 armor right now, which I imagine is going to be changed even when the game releases. I think they're going to make it more difficult. And tons of health. And it spotted Zamolf too, which is now all around just terrible news. So, there's a couple of things we can try to get out of this.
From what I've been told, our troops took to calling this large robotic unit a Sectopod, under the initial assumption that it was being controlled by a sectoid pilot. On closer inspection, we can see that is not the case. Not unlike the mechanized Advent units, which were likely derived from the Sectopod itself. This machine seems to be entirely autonomous.
If we could try and just damage a few of these guys, like Reaper could work out nicely here. It could, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. What do we have with Zamolf? We don't have any attachments on him. So let's see. We could start taking the Sectopod down. It's not a bad option. We could take out the stun lancer. I'm thinking though, you know what we're gonna have to do? I think we gotta use our mimic beacon here. And that's okay, I mean, that's what it's there for. Use it or lose it, as far as I'm concerned. We do have stasis. And stasis is cool because it basically just stuns the target for 1 turn, but you can't attack it, you can't deal any damage. So it's kind of like a, hey, hold on, we're gonna get to you later type of ability. And I wonder if maybe that's what we do. We do have 2 stun lancers I would need to kill though. 100% over on this guy. If we crit, then great. Let's go for it. No, luck is not on my side at this current moment.
On reserves.
But what we could then do... Okay, I have an idea. Here's what we do. We're gonna trigger the overdrive serum. This is what's gonna make us like really strong. Give us a little bit of boost to mobility, take less damage, all of that stuff. So let's do this. Sprayed ourselves with overdrive serum. It's beautiful. I'm gonna trigger Reaper, and I'm not expecting to kill a whole bunch here. Maybe only, like, I'm gonna kill this guy, assuming we don't miss, and then I'll get some damage on this guy. Maybe we crit, that would be outstanding, and then we can attack this guy. But being that we're gonna be kind of exposed here, that's why I wanted to use the overdrive. So let's go ahead and Reaper here. Look at the armor that overdrive is providing. That's insane. That's Sectopod level armor right there.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay. Okay, well, that's not bad. I'll take the burn damage.
Barely registered.
That's gonna be the end of that. And we set off a turret. Good, things just keep getting better. This is how it goes, man. This is standard fare right now. Standard fare. I think what I'll do... I mean, even if we're flanked, this soldier, he's not gonna be able to, he's just like, he's an advanced basic soldier, if that makes sense. So, what I'm more concerned about is this stun lancer. But I guess why give him the flank shot if I don't need to? I can probably get done what I want just from being right here. Okay, let's take the flush shot, or the rapid fire. Just one of these needs to hit. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. The cool thing as well is with a lot of these abilities, like in the old EU or EW world, he would have used both of his ammo shots there, just because that's the way that the skill works. But if it doesn't require it, it doesn't happen, which I think is amazing. Same thing for Overwatches, right? There's no more wasted Overwatch shots, so I love that. Now, Zamolf, he's got Implacable, so I can run back to a more defensible position if I want to, and I think that I will. I think I'll tuck in back here.
I was up.
He also has Untouchable, so the first attack against him is gonna miss, and Leo has the same thing. So depending on who attacks him, hopefully it's the turret actually, because we're gonna try and stasis this guy. Let's go, Marbs. You got this. I believe in you. There you go. That's stasis. Oh, of course. Shoots at my wife. Terrible.
All you got?
Yeah, it sounds like her. Cocky. And now, this shot's gonna miss. There we go. Perfect.
I can't move.
We're not out of the woods yet, though. We still have to kill this
Get a
thing.
little toasty here. Put it out. Put it out.
And great. Rami's on fire. So that's cool. That's great news. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? An EMP on him wouldn't be bad, but we're not going to be able to get quite close enough to make that happen. So I think it's probably better if we just drop kill zone here and see what happens with those other two. Yeah, it's tough. You can see this soldier over here. Let's see what we can get done first. Let's reload.
C'est parti.
And, oh, you know what I could do? I'm gonna try and grapple up here. We're gonna get the height advantage. And, again, it doesn't use an action point.
Lance le crochet.
So then we can use rapid fire. So that's not bad. However, Rami, he's the guy with Shredder. Now, you'll notice here that he does have two Shredder icons. There's still some glitches and stuff, as I mentioned before. The Advanced Warfare Center granted me Shredder when I already had it, and it should only grant from outside the tree. Now, the terrible thing about being on fire is that I can't do anything. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to heal him. And if we do that on our first move with the specialist, it doesn't end the turn, so she can still shoot, she can still move, we can kind of do a few things with her. And I think this is probably a good time to use the shredder gun on the Sectopod. It's going to shred some armor. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's going to knock off a few of those pips. And she will be exposed. That's the only downside here, is that she's going to be exposed and she may have to take one for the team. Let's see. I have a plan. I have a plan to take out the Sectopod. Let's go for a rupture. 90% chance to hit. He's also going to shred. He's also going to do hollow targeting. So this is all dandy, I think, if this hits.
Light 'em up.
Come on. No! That is the worst possible thing that could happen right there.
I got nothing.
Yeah, thanks. Got that. Good job. That's really terrible. It's really terrible. Now, we do have blue screen rounds, so we could just take the shot on him. It's 100%, and it's going to bypass all of the armor and deal bonus damage because he's robotic. So let's maybe do that. All right.
Deflection.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So another thing that the blue screen stuff does, whether it be an EMP grenade or a or the ammo type, it actually changes their hacking defense rating, and it makes them a little bit more susceptible to be hacked. There's a chance there's a chance that this could work, but oh my god, is this ever risky? No, I think we can kill him. I feel pretty good about this. Let's use the shredder gun. It's attached to the war suit. Shreds a couple. Let's use rapid fire here. There we go. Keep going, Zamolf. Come on, crit.
Son armure tient le coup.
Crit, buddy. Go again. Oh, not quite. Still lives. You've got to be kidding me.
Coriace, dégâts nuls.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh, if we get the kill with Leo, then he's got the untouchable again. That's assuming, of course, that we get the kill. Let's go for it.
Designated position.
So scary. It's doable. It's doable. Oh! Sectopod down. So,
Down.
you didn't. There's one ability that you didn't see the Sectopod use, and what it does is it lines up a bunch of lasers and says, "Hey, I'm gonna destroy this position if you don't move," and then you gotta move, but it does a ton of damage that way. So, yeah, not unlike the previous Sectopods that you've seen in the past. Let's go ahead and use Soulfire. It's just guaranteed damage.
Sono nella tua testa.
I'm happy with the way that things are playing out. Things aren't optimal right now from like a strategic standpoint, but I'm just trying to use as many of the abilities as possible. Now watch, Untouchable kicks in. Nada. Such a good class. The Ranger class is just like, wow. Oh, great. I totally wanted a Chrysallid to come and attack me. That one we're not gonna dodge. Damn it.
Think they got me.
Okay, that's not good. Okay. So we got another Chrysallid. And there was something else that happened there. We got Chrysallid poison, but it said short circuit, which I think was just the end of the toxin that we had for the boost. So we are gonna have to heal out of this again, which is not the end of the world.
Good Copy, moving on target.
Goodbye. Oh, look at that.
Hostile neutralized. Dead in the water here.
So once again, untouchable kicks in. Let's see if Triss can just clean this guy up. Not quite. Triss is not really on her A game today,
That is
unfortunately.
not good.
Let's see. We can get you in there.
No
I don't really want to
problem,
use the
boss.
plasma blaster, but what else do we have? We have Marbs.
Mi fido.
Me if you do. Totally understand. Here's what we'll do. I want to stay right there, and I want to just... Let's do it this way. That's what I want. There we go. Now, cool thing is, both of our rangers in the front have untouchable. We have the turret up top, which don't have to totally worry about anymore. But if we want, we could even advance a little closer. Ermi, let's have you heal Leo right now.
Go heal him.
We're not even inside yet. Let's just do a reload on Malik here.
Ready to engage.
Moving to designated position.
Okay, vado.
Oh, there was something up there. Oh yeah, a little sectoid. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is the third crazy enemy on this mission. It's a gatekeeper. I don't like that very much. That gatekeeper is insanely hard to deal with. Okay. Ow. We can, if we wanted to, we could blow this thing up. This gatekeeper up here, I'll talk more about him when he shows, but the one thing you'll see is his shell is closed right now, and he goes through these phases where the shell will be closed, and he's more resistant to damage, so he has more armor. And then he'll open up to do a couple of things, and kind of changes things significantly. I would kill zone here, but it doesn't really make sense because we don't have a ton of ammo. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just blow up this explosive. There we go. And I love that those are only targetable when there's enemies nearby. It's really powerful. Okay. Now this is where Reaper would be absolutely amazing. Okay, there's the gatekeeper. Good shot of him. Look at how much health and armor he has. 6 armor points. And this thing is crazy powerful. Again, I'll see what he does, but if he doesn't do everything that he's capable of, I'll be sure to share some of what he does with you guys. I'm thinking we may toss down the Mimic Beacon here. Let's see. Let's bring Zamolf. Oh, right. Yep. Good thing we dodged.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Cible neutralisée.
Okay. Now, we also have the threat assessment with Ermi, who can grant a... what's the term I'm looking for? Covering fire overwatch shot. That's right. So what that'll do is on any enemy action, it'll trigger. Ideally, we want to use it after we've expended our action points so that we get some additional bonuses here. And we could just shoot up at the Gatekeeper, but I'm kind of feeling like we're not going to do that. We could just go in here for the kill, get us untouchable again. Maybe that's the right play here. There we go. Paralyzed him.
Target neutralized.
And I think we might still be able to kill this guy. We don't have any good cover that we can get to, but I want to go as far away from that Gatekeeper as I can while still having a shot in the sectoid. Let's go, Malik. Doing work.
You know that was good.
These missions, they're a huge endeavor. Like, not for the faint at heart. I'm okay leaving him here, I think. Actually, you know what? We may want to separate these guys just a bit. So I'm going to use Implacable to get him over there. Marbazir. This might be a cool opportunity to use the Mimic Beacon. I just want to see, would we be in range? Yeah, we would be in range of that turret. Not over here, though, so let's move him over. Oh, he's still in. Damn. Sometimes that happens. But it's usually pretty accurate. Now, this Mimic Beacon, this is awesome. It draws enemies towards them, and it draws enemy attacks, but more often than not, the enemies do flock towards it. And the coolest thing is that you can put it behind cover, you can put it like... It's just awesome, and it actually makes a copy of the person that throws it. So if you notice there, that looks like Marbs, so that's pretty cool. And what's cool about that is they could have easily taken the easy way of doing it and just make it like a standard clone, where it just looks the same all the time, but I actually love that. The other option we have here, maybe instead of using Aid Protocol, because now we have the Mimic Beacon, so I'm not too worried about anybody taking too much heat here. I think what we'll do is reload.
It's killing time.
And then we're gonna Overwatch, because maybe Guardian kicks in as that Gatekeeper comes down. Let's see. Here he comes. Oh, he's not coming too far. Yeah, well, there goes the Mimic Beacon. That's all that's required of that. Pretty sure he just
Starting to get cooked.
used expletives there. All right, now Triss is like way out of the mix here. We're gonna get her reloaded and try to get her in closer. It'll be slow, but
I'm going.
it's unfortunate because we actually didn't get any shots off on that Gatekeeper, and now we don't have Implacable anymore, so that has me a bit concerned. One of the options that we have, though, is the Wraith suit. So let's go ahead and use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step inside here and hope that he comes down. We'll just walk through this wall, no big deal. And we'll Overwatch from inside here. I'm going to stay Overwatched with... Well, let's see. I might want to send out Aid Protocol first.
I can handle that.
I want to keep these guys relatively separate. I think I'll take a shot with Rami. It gives the hollow targeting, so our Overwatches, assuming that we get some of those, will have a higher chance of hitting. And if he hits, we shred some armor. Yeah, there we go. That worked out great. Not a lot of damage, but that wasn't even the intent. So this is good. Let's move Marbs back behind full cover here. And we do have stasis up again, so we could use that to try and take advantage of this Gatekeeper's position. I think I'm gonna do that, actually. I'm gonna bring Leo up here. Protect him as much as we can from the turret. And I should have done that before. Oh, we can't see him from here? Oh, that's not cool. Alright. That's not cool at all. It's because he's in this weird, like, position between the wall. Like, I don't think that's supposed to be a thing that's happening. So let's go ahead and stasis him for a turn. And then I'd like to bring Ermi up here, but I also worry that the ground gets shot out. So I'm gonna bring her down. I should have aid protocoled first, but now at least I can just try and do some damage to this turret. One less thing that we have to worry about.
It hit the armor. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're tough. You're tough. Okay, Triss. We don't really need kill zone. We just need the long watch. So I still think you're a little far out for right now. I'm just gonna bring you up. Zamolf, I can pull him right out of here if I want to. Or I could grapple up. Can we get up to the top? No, we can get up to like the second little level that's in there, but that's not gonna do what we want. What I could do is I could pull him out this way and then grapple him up top.
Je vais me mettre en position.
Oh, no, I can't. We don't have any targets. Is that because this is blocked, I think? Oh, that's too bad. Okay, well, let's do this. I'm gonna throw a proximity mine down here and see if he happens to go through it. Let's just keep taking these shots with Rami. You have a flashbang, flashbang. He's in a weird spot right now. It's causing some issues. Nice. Well, these 50s keep hitting. That makes me happy. That's actually a nice little boost to overwatching Ermi here, which I'm gonna do instead of just taking the shot. Oh, mind you, all of his armor's gone. This might be our opportunity, but I do kind of want to show you guys what he's capable of.
Position confirmed.
So let's take the risk. Let's overwatch.
I'm on it.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Hello. Okay, well, of course he's not moving and he's like hampered inside of the building.
I can't move.
But you can see he does have a pretty devastating long-ranged attack. I just want to entice him
I'm on the move.
to come back.
I'm going.
And yeah, it's a bit risky, but... Oh, there, now we can grapple up. What the heck?
Je repars à l'attaque.
Scanning. I'm on it.
Je reste en observation. Scanning.
Things are being a bit weird.
Scanning.
Mi fido.
Normally I would just kill him, obviously, but I'd like for him to move. Well, he's attempting to move. Sectopod's down. Look at that, though. Beautiful.
Okay, so I got one.
So the Sectopod, he has that long-ranged attack that you saw. He can also
Incoming fire.
revive multiple enemies, like mind control them from death. And that's pretty scary. He also has some close-ranged attacks that show off his inner self, let's say, which is pretty unique. I actually want to see if maybe we can just reload that. Yeah, no. So this is the earliest one that that I had, which just, of course, saved at the end of that turn. So that's too bad. But what we do have is some reinforcements coming in, and we're gonna try to
Moving to position.
wipe up the rest of this mission here. Let's get rid of this turret, which is currently the bane of my existence. Let's grapple up
Hit the
top.
armor. Je got need a resupply.
And no vision of that thing. Can I get it from anywhere else? There we go. I can get it from over here, which leaves me a little exposed, but...
Cible neutralisée. J'y vais.
Okay, and then we are going to
I'm on
Overwatch
it.
the hell
On Overwatch.
out of this drop that's about to happen.
Se lo dici tu.
Too bad I didn't get to show you the proximity mine, but it works as you would expect. Enemy walks in, boom.
C'è la Advent.
There you go, Triss.
Nemico ancora vivo.
Hit the armor.
Oh god, the other way!
Missed the target.
And that was her invisible shot that she just took. That happens sometimes with the kill zone perk.
Negative damage.
It's down.
Okay. So, you'll notice what just happened there. We missed and dealt 5 damage. That's because he's got an advanced stock that does 2, but because the enemy was flanked, he gets Hunter's Instinct and does 3. Yet another reason why these guys are so incredibly strong. Let's go ahead and just Reaper to try and finish these guys.
Target neutralized.
There we go. And burning will do 1 to 3 damage. So we could probably just leave him if we wanted to, but
Je suis parti.
we may actually just do that. Let him suffer just a little bit. Let's see. You know what? Since we're near the end here, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw out Restoration, which is gonna go around and heal everybody that we can. Keep going. As you can see, Restoration's a super, super powerful skill. It'll heal them like as needed if they only have a little bit of damage, but it can heal for more, as you saw over here on Rami. I kind of wonder if he'll survive and if he would come over to this
I'm all over.
proximity mine. Let's set the charges. And in some of the black site missions, there's a predetermined place where you have to drop to. But sometimes you just have to drop it wherever you want. And ideally you would drop it like right outside of where you are. Let's go ahead and just drop it here. I'm gonna trigger the Wraith ability again so that we can walk through walls. And then I would just come out here.
I was on him.
And we take off.
Double time.
Let's bring Mr. Robot out.
Getting out of here.
I kind of want... Was proximity mine gone? Oh, probably because it touched this thing. That's okay.
Pronto a tornare.
Yeah, there he goes.
Menace 1-5. All hostile contacts near your position have been eliminated. Move to rendezvous for extraction.
Move, move, move.
Headed there now.
Copy that. I'm out of here.
Just in time.
Evac confirmed.
And we're out.
Menace 1-5. Status confirmed. X4 charges detonating.
So we did it. We had some people get wounded, 20 enemies that were out there, including those ones that dropped. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, the late game stuff gets really fun because you have so many different items and abilities at your disposal, and the way that you kind of work them together can be pretty devastating. Again, like strategically, there's a lot of things I would have done different there. I wish I could have shown more of the Gatekeeper stuff, but I might do some individual enemy type videos where you can really see what they're capable of. But that was just a kind of a look at like a late game mission. And certainly, once the full legend balance is in, I would expect it to be a lot more difficult than that was. But yeah, pretty challenging nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything that you'd like to see XCOM 2 related, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. But I'm really excited for you guys to finally get your hands on it very soon. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.
The world you once knew is no more.